Hello and welcome on this channel where I'll be analysing 5 random shots from a film, TV programme, advertising, music videos and video games to show how they present meaning to audiences. I'll look at the use of camera work and visual language, which is often referred to as mise en scène. Now this is a French term, a theatre term which means placing on stage. It is a common term in film analysis. To explain it simply, mise en scène refers to what we see on screen in a film. It is the film's visuals, the meaning of all the elements that appear on camera and their arrangement. Now this can include locations, set dressing, props, costumes, makeup, colours, lighting, visual effects, depth of space, characters and performance. So it should be possible to understand the narrative by the visuals alone, without sound or without music. So join me in my analysis of various media in just 5 shots. Okay, let's start with this shot. So in terms of camera, this uses a long shot. So the subject is visible, but the emphasis is placing him in his environment. So this character is far away, it's watching. And this character is looking directly at the camera, it's looking at us. Now the colour white would suggest a ghostly being of some kind. Now the location, we can kind of tell it's setting a city, a normal modern day location on Earth, and it's just a modern day bridge with modern day lights. Now in terms of the performance of this character, it's very still. So it's almost not quite human, kind of supernatural maybe. Now in terms of costume, we have a plain white costume. Now, could the white have connotations of purity? This is a pure character. Now, hair and makeup, we have a blank mask, so it makes the being more mysterious. So, who is he? Now, in terms of the lighting, we have high key lighting, so no shadows, very natural lighting, so it's using sunlight in order to light the scene. And this allows us to see everything on screen, so nothing is hidden to us. Right, with this shot, in terms of blocking, so that where the character's been placed, so this man on the left is looking up to this other character. So this other character is slightly larger in life, maybe more superior than he is. Now he's wearing a black costume because he's the antagonist, so he is the bad guy. Now the shot uses a 2-shot, so this is a shot of 2 people to show some kind of relationship between the two, which I'll go through in a second. So because they're so close together, this suggests that they do have some kind of history together. Now the strange pink light we can see, this would suggest that they are not on Earth, they are perhaps on an alien planet. And in terms of the set dressing, we've got like futuristic looking equipment. So again, this kind of suggests this theme of being on an alien world with more advanced technology. Now in terms of performance, this character is looking away, which suggests that these two are probably not the best of friends. Now in terms of his costume, it's a dark red, which might suggest he's a passionate character, but there are shades of darkness in this costume which might relate to his character as well. But he is wearing a white shirt which does have connotations of hope and goodness. Now in terms of performance, we've got one character on the left, he's trying to speak into the character's ear, trying to convince him of something. Or the character on the right kind of looks like he's thinking it over. Now we have a mid shot, so it kind of shows some part of the subject while giving us an impression of where they are in terms of a location. So in terms of blocking again, we have these 2 characters very close together on the right, which shows that they do have a close relationship, while the other character is on the left and he's distanced from them, so there's an uneasy relationship between him and those 2 young people. It also looks like they are looking up to him, they are looking for answers. Again, we have this high key lighting, lack of shadows, it allows the audience to see this world. Now this white figure's in the distance, but this time he's a lot nearer than he was in that first shot, which means he's getting closer to these characters, slowly getting towards them. And on the character on the left, he had a little question mark on his lapel, on his shirt. So this might suggest that he's a mysterious character or a character who is seeking answers to questions that he comes across. Now her costume is a brooch, which suggests that she might be wealthy. Perhaps she's a member of a royal family. Now his character, the young boy's character, is yellow, which suggests friendliness, intellect. Now the blue star suggests excellence of some kind, and maybe that he's a very confident character. Again, we have this strange pink light, which tells us this might be an alien planet. Now in terms of set dressing, we have these strange rock formations, which would suggest it's an alien planet. It's almost like Stonehenge-like, maybe suggesting some kind of ancient power. Now in terms of performance, very serious facial expressions, important life-threatening events may be going on. Now in terms of depth of field, all the four of these characters are in focus. We can clearly see them all. So the idea of them all being in focus, that they're all connected, and we the audience have to focus on all four of them, and they're all connected. Right, so the camera here uses a low angle. This is to emphasize how big the characters are in comparison to the object that is in front of them. Now in terms of costume, or her costume for a particular, it's like a uniform of some kind, so she probably works in some kind of hospitality sector, and the purple would suggest that she is a passionate, emotional person. Now in terms of props, we have this police box, which is usually a lot bigger than this size, so this suggests there's something quite wrong with this object, and also the police box has connotations of authority. Now his costume would suggest some kind of ancient order. It's very monk-like. Now these three people, in terms of blocking, are placed quite closely together, which shows that they do have a close relationship to each other. Now the man on the left, he's in front of the other men, which would suggest that he's probably important, that he's probably a leader of some kind. Now the casting these older men gives us an idea that they are an ancient race of aliens. They're almost like monk-like. They seem very dedicated, very serious, very focused. Now in terms of costume, now we can quite clearly see her character better on the right. So she does look like a member of royalty. She's got the headwear, which you would associate with maybe a princess character. So is she a princess of some kind? Okay, this last shot it's a medium close-up, so it's halfway between a mid-shot and a close-up. So this allows us to see the face very clearly without getting too close, but it also allows us to see that he's hanging on for his life. Now in terms of his performance, he's anxious, he's breaking the fourth wall, he's looking at the audience, he's almost pleading for the audience for help. And you can see the fear in his eyes. Will he fall from a great height? Now in terms of location, it's not quite a blue sky, almost a grey sky, but it just suggests that he's high up. Now in terms of props, he's not holding onto a rope, he's holding onto a thick cable, so it's hanging from some kind of large electrical equipment. Okay, so there is my analysis of just 5 random shots from Doctor Who, the episode Logopolis. So hopefully you get an idea how visual language can help tell the story without the need of dialogue or music. So hopefully you've liked what you see, so please subscribe and stay tuned for the next video coming soon. Thank you very much.